What's up, fellow collectors? P-Rockzilla back again for another review, and today we're taking a look at a piece that was hard for me to find, and thankfully my boy Adam Chang at the Collectors Kingdom Facebook group on Facebook was able to help me out in finding and locating this set right here, because this was the most recent set released from NECA, and this is the Jim Lawson version of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles based on the comic books. One of the original ones, basically made in the past, before, a little bit after the cartoons and everything, where everything kind of went downhill for Eastman and Laird. But this is a piece that I was kind of hoping for the original Mirage figures, but they gave us these instead, which is good because we have not received these yet. And that beautiful package right there in the front is original art by Kevin Eastman himself. And this is one of the reasons why I'm definitely keeping this box, because that art is beautiful. Brings me a flashback when I used to read the comics as a kid. And look at these guys right here. Yes, they all do look the same. You can tell from the pose right there. But this is identical to what they look like in the comic and how they were drawn. And I am super excited to have this piece in hand. Once again, thanks, Adam, for getting this for me and helping me out. If you guys are Turtle fans or fans in general of smaller scale figures, please check out the Collectors Kingdom Facebook group on Facebook. Adam runs that, and he does an awesome job with little raffles and kind of, news and giveaways and stuff like that. So just check it out if you're a small scale fan. You won't be disappointed. It's a cool group. But with that in mind, I want to get this pack open and add it to my other turtles in my collection. So I can't wait to get these guys open and get the review started. So with that in mind, let's get that started. Dale! What's up, fellow collectors? Die action. Dale. So let's go ahead and take a look at that beautiful packaging. You have that beautiful art by Eastman right here. Oh my God, this is a homage to the original comics, man. It looks just like the pages from when I was a kid. Got the different type of shredders there. You got all four turtles. And man, ooh, I love this right here. I love that. When I first got this, man, I was like just staring at this cover for a while. But anyways, right here in the bottom, you got all the people who are involved in the figure. Viacom, since Viacom owns the rights to Turtles now, or it's been a while, but they own the rights. Here you got a nice picture of the four turtles right there. Some cool poses you could put in. I did get that foot soldier. I finally was successful getting the foot soldier. I need to get two more. But anyways, right here in the bottom, you got more figures coming. You got the two different foot soldiers. Splinter, I forget his name, the Triceratops. Casey Jones and two shreds. I got this one already. Got that one already. And this one already. Anyways, right there, another picture of the turtles right there. And then another picture of the other two turtles right there. And then right in the front, right in the top, you got Eastman and Laird's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and the beautiful original lettering. And then once you open it, look at this right here. You get a nice little street display right there. But at the same time, look at that. You get to see all the figures in there, all the accessories. And man, this looks so damn good. I can't wait to get this open. All right, let's go ahead and get this open so you guys can see what comes inside the box. Yeah, yo. So once you open this beautiful packaging, you're greeted with this one clamshell right there. It has all four turtles and the accessories on there, as you can see. Now, going into this, one thing I see already that I kind of wish they did give us was like secondary head sculpts for the turtles right there. So that's one thing I can see already that I wish that we did get, but when I get my hands on these figures, we will see if that changes my mind. All right, let's go ahead and get all the turtles and their accessories out so we can take a close look and fine detail in 4K with everything they come with in the package. And there we have all four turtles and all the accessories laid out perfectly so we can take a close look and detail of what comes in the package. But of course, we always have to look at the figures first because that's the main thing that has us buying this pack. And first, now I'm going to say right off the back, they organized them in the basically the way they are supposed to be next to their weapons. So if you see first, Raphael's next to his size, Michelangelo next to the nunchucks, Donatello next to the bow staff, Leo next to the katanas. They all look the same except for him because he has the straps here. So that right away you know is Leonardo. Another way to tell kind of in a way is in the back. You can see Donatello has the bow staff slot there. Michelangelo has nothing. Raphael, same thing, has nothing too. Now, going in, I would have thought opening the package, if you look at these two guys right here, I would have thought this was Raphael because he looks mean. Yeah, this is like a mean face, like, but it's like a little smile there. So this is actually Raphael and this is Michelangelo. I thought it was the other way around. Plus, look at the shell. You see how Michelangelo, for some reason, has more detail, more scratches and lines across the shell and the front. I thought this was Raphael, but it's Michelangelo. So it will be for you collectors who never even read the comics, knew about these right here, this version of the Turtles. It can be confusing for those collectors, so just want to give you guys a heads up. So let's look at my boy first. Let's look at Raphael right here. And I do love the way they... Now, I know NECA has the cartoon Turtles, which is the main line I do collect for NECA, but the art style they have here, like the shading and the kind of, things they did all over the details, all over the shell and the body and everything, looks amazing in person, man. Especially all this back here. Look at that. This actually looks like someone physically came into my house and took a pen and just started drawing lines all across the figure. That's how clean this thing looks. And these figures, now that I actually have them out the package, these boys have some bulk to them. They have good weight to them, as you can see with the thighs and everything, the thick thighs, the thick shins. So yeah, these guys hold a lot of weight. So something to keep in mind of. They are a little bit heavier than your average turtle figures. But man, look at that detail. Look at that. Oh, it looks so damn cool. Right off the pages, man. Got the little tails too. The tails, if I believe, they are detachable. So if you don't like the turtles with their tails, you can take that off. I love that. That's the original stuff. So I like the tail. I know some people make jokes that the tail looks like something different down there, but it is what it is. All right. So let's look at the articulation. Actually, let's just go through all of them real quick. Let's look at how they look first, because the articulation is going to be the same through all of them. I'm not going to do this articulation on all 4 turtles. So let's just look. Here's Raphael. There's Michelangelo. You can see the difference there. The eyes is different. The smile is different. Body is basically much the same. Even the detail, like the shading on there, is almost the same. This one has a little bit more on his chest. And then if you go to the back, you can see the difference between Michelangelo and Raphael. Not much. Look at the feet right there. And then let's go ahead and grab Donatello. This is Donatello. And then you got there. So basically it's the same. The only difference is just the face. And then same. Let's see if it's the same. Yeah, pretty much the same on the back of the shell too. And then we'll grab Leonardo. And here goes Leonardo right here. The difference is this. Let me see if this moves. All right, so that's like glued on there, so you can't adjust that. That OCD is going to kill me because that's crooked, and I want it straight. Oh, man. But anyway, so we go through this here in the back. You can see has the old school sheaths here in his back. Definitely looks cool. Thick thighs again here too. So let's go through the articulation now. So the turtles can move their head up. Can move their head pretty good far down. Can go sideways. Did that. All right. Can go sideways this way. Could do a full 360, but like I said in the past, I don't do 360s anymore. We had bad luck with that in the beginning. All right. Arms. Now, one good thing so far, because I recently just opened up the cartoons turtle pack I still had, because I want to use in comparison, like in the final pose, like all the turtles I have so far. These guys actually feel smooth coming out the package. NECA's known for their joints being, stuck from the paint and everything. I experienced that to a good degree when I opened up that outer turtle pack. I had to reheat some of those joints, but these right here actually feel good coming out the package. You can see the pose there. You do get some of a double bend at the elbow, but like always, you are hindered with the elbow pad right here, inside part, but you do get a good double joint bend there. Arm can go all the way up, that far up. You can go pretty far all the way back, 360. Not much hindrance with the shell. And let's see. So you get put the arm this way. Arms go that way. Obviously, you get twist at the upper bicep. Right. Oop, there we go. So some of the joints are a little not stiff where you need water, but you just move them and then they're good to go. So you get twist there at the upper bicep. All right, and then at the waist, let's see if we get anything at the waist. So it's something that's new before, like the muscle detail on the side of his ribs. So at the waist, you do get articulation at the waist only, not much. You're hindered because of the front shell hitting the thighs. Let's see, bend. Can he bend back? Let's move these arms up real quick. Let's see how far he can bend back. So the turtles can barely bend back. Once again, hindered because of the shell. Bend forward a little bit. The legs, you can definitely do splits with these legs. And the legs feel smooth, like butter to me at least, so far coming out. Nothing hard. And it's basically for all the joints so far. So I'm really impressed with that because NECA's, you know, it's like they're hopefully working on their QC issues with the joints always being stuck. But you can basically do a split with these turtles. You do get double bend the knees, but as you see here, that soft plastic is malleable, so it does move and give you some slack, but not much. So it does hinder, just like the elbows. The knee pads do hinder some of the articulation. And then the feet, let's see here. So you can do that with the knee. Let's see how far. You can go pretty far up. Not much back because of the shell once again. And then the feet right here, let's see how the feet. You do get twist, as you can see right there, at the upper thigh. So that gives you twist there. And you get, no, none on the knee. You get twist at the ankle. You get pivot at the ankle. The ankle does bend very good down. And a good amount up. No toe articulation this time. All right, so there's the articulation on the turtles. Like I said, they're all the same turtle, so I'm not going to go through the same articulation across each one. And I did show you guys the details, so let's go ahead and go to the accessories that come with these guys. Oh, I'm sorry, real quick. The wrist, you do get twist at the wrist, bend at the wrist and twist. Man, this guy feels good, man. It feels nice and hefty. All right. So, of course, Raphael does come with 2 sides. This actually has like a nice shine to it. It's brighter than some of the other sides from the other turtles, like the other Raphael figures. Then each one does come with the dynamic bandana, so you can basically unplug this right there, unplug this bandana right there, and then plug this one in. So if you want to have like some kind of action pose where he's jumping in the air, running, fighting, that's what this is for. So he does have that. They do come with, these hands are all swappable for each. They all have the same color palette, so that's one thing. They're not different, so you can swap them out and have no problem. So you get the one with the weapon hands. You get a pair of those. You get a pair of closed fists. You get a pair of the open hands. Is he about to do karate chop, or he about to smack a chick? There we go. And then you got the semi-open hands. These are cool. These are different. Not many of the other turtles come with hands like, oh, almost dropped that. With hands like that. So you get the semi-open hands. Oh, that's a little QC issue right there. I got a little hole in mine. Then you do get the ninja stars. Zoom in on that. There we go. Ninja stars. These look pretty basic, pretty cheap. Definitely will not be using these in any of my final poses. And then you have the nunchucks for Michelangelo. Now, this is kind of going back because all the other nunchucks that came out before had like the chain there. So maybe because it's going back to the original comics and stuff, this has the actual rope. So it's not a chain, it's actual rope. And these actually feel pretty sturdy, but look pretty basic. You get 2 pairs of nunchucks, 2 pairs of sides. You get Donatello's bow staff. Nice cool detail on there, on the wrappings all across the middle portion of the bow staff. Then you do get Leonardo's katana. You obviously get 2 of them. Nice little paint application on this. As you can see there, the top portion is more of a blue. The bottom portion is a little more of a white hue. You got the wrappings there. It looks just like I said before, someone just took a pencil and just penciled that in. And then this is something different. I'm going to be honest with you guys. This is based more on the Laird's version of the turtle. So I did not read this much coming up as a kid. So I'm not 100% sure. I know this is basically a swappable arm. And according to the box pictures, this will go on the... You could do either or. But it had it on this arm here. You swap it out right there. Just because it has this little bandage around the bicep. And you have this little kind of like hood, robe type thing going on. And that simply just goes right over the turtle just like that. I mean, I'm pretty sure it won't be for Leo because that sheath gets in the way. But basically you take this head off. Or you just slide it right in there. And then you put that on, so that's pretty cool. Then you swap out the arm. So that's different, something different. I'm debating if I want to have one of them wearing this just to make that one stand out. I'm not sure yet. I'll see how I feel. I don't know. But yeah, this is pretty cool. This is soft plastic, so it's very malleable, won't break. You see little patterns on there, nice patterns on there. All right, and then you can see the other arm. And I'm telling you, man, this stuff looks so damn, like, it's just well painted on there. So there you go. All right, so there's all the accessories that come with these awesome turtles and the turtles themselves. We did the articulation, looked at details of all the accessories. So let's go ahead and get a size comparison started. There we have Michelangelo with the hood and the spear arm with the wraps around the bicep on. Those were easy to swap out. Tip with the hood, you want to take off the bandana on the back of the head and it slides right into the top of his shoulder easily. With the bandana on, it's a lot more difficult and you do tend to scrape the paint on the bandana, so you want to avoid that. But there's Michelangelo with the hood and the swap out arm. I just wanted to make sure I get that in one of my poses or somehow in the video to show you guys and tell you guys how the experience was swapping it out. Now, let's get to the size comparison. The first figure we're going to bring in is another NECA figure, and this is the NECA TMNT Last Ronin. One of my favorite books to read as a turtle fan. All right, there's Last Ronin. Let me go ahead and bring another NECA figure. And this is going to be the NECA Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cartoon, Rex 1. There's Rex. Now, let's go ahead and bring in a different line. And this is going to be a SH Monster Arts. And this is the SH Monster Arts Godzilla vs. Kong from the original movie. There it goes. Down. All right. Last but not least, I'm going to bring in another Ninja Turtle figure, but this is from a different line. This is the Super 7 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutagen Man. So there we go. Good size comparisons with a bunch of other figures. So that way, if you have any of these figures in your collection currently, you can get an idea how he would fit, or at least a Turtle 4-pack would fit in your collection size-wise and in your display. All right, let's go ahead and get the final thoughts and final poses. All right, so for one of these final poses, I want to try something different because most collectors, even I fall into that category, normally have their turtles displayed with both weapons in their hands or at least one weapon in the hand and something else in the other. You rarely get to see them with their weapons in their sheaths or basically on their person. So I wanted to get that here, and here you go. You have Michelangelo right there with the nunchuck. He doesn't have the slot on his back or anything for the nunchucks. They fit on the side just like Raphael's side. Want to throw one of the ninja stars in there. Donatello with the bow staff in his back. I did have issues getting that bow staff to slide in one way. So if you run across that issue, just flip it the other way and make sure you hold on to that plastic piece where the staff slides into, because you don't want that to rip or the glue to become unseamed. Leo with the swords there. Those damn handles on those swords were a lot bigger. I didn't think they were that big until you put them in the sheath and you see how far those swords handles stick out. But there goes Leo. Raphael with the sides on the side. He normally has them on the side right there. I wanted to get both ninja stars in one of the final displays because I do not plan to use those ninja stars in my display or on any other pose. So here they are, all staying there, somewhat a default pose with their weapons on them. And man, these guys look super cool. Negatives, I do wish that they did come with, at least, since they all look the same, at least 2 other head sculpts, so you can have something different, like a different face expression going on. I do wish it did come with more accessories. Some other weapons maybe or something. I'm trying to think of anything else. Other than that, that's really about it. Some of the joints for NECA were a little bit tight, but not as tight where you had to use the hot water treatment. So that's a plus, a plus there. So yeah, but other than that, man, these guys look amazing. So being inspired with the cover on the packaging, I kind of wanted to do one of the final poses, the battle scene, and thankfully I did have the Shredder clones in package. Still did a quick short for that real quick. Check out the channel also. So I have them in here so I can actually do a battle scene with the 4 brothers against 2 of the clones. And then the one that looks like Goro kind of has the 4 arms. So it kind of makes like 3. So kind of 3 against 4. But as you can see here, as it's going through, Michelangelo's flipping off the robe or the hood, whatever you want to call it. He's getting ready for battle. Right there, you got Raphael trying to, Raphael always tries to stand tough and up against anything, so he's staying up against the big Shredder clone. But if you see on the other side right there, as Raphael's distracting him, Leonardo comes through, cuts that hand off, and kind of to try to even the odds in the battle. You see Leonardo right there swiping there. He's trying to swipe the other sword, maybe get the other hand out the way too. Then you see the hand all bloody on the floor, flipping over there. And as you turn around, you see the smaller clone Shredder on the bottom right there. And then in the back there, you see Donatello ready to kind of poke him in the face with the bow staff, or hit him in the chest, try to cave that cavity chest. Just pretty cool action going on here. I do wish that you could bend the knees very good on these turtles. The only negative is the ankles. If the feet were to kind of pose up a little bit or articulate up a little bit more, you could definitely get him more crouching stance. As you can see right here with Donatello, I want to really get him in a more of like that front leg straight and then that back leg bent, kind of like, when you're about to hit something like that or kind of sweeping. But I couldn't do that because the ankles didn't want to go back that far as much as I wanted to. So kind of limited on some of the posing you can get there, but these figures look amazing, man. And one thing I'm gonna show you in the other final pose, they stand out when it comes to having display with your other turtles. So I'm gonna bring out in the next final pose some of the other versions of the turtles I do have in my collection, so you can see for yourself how these do stand out. So in this final pose, I want to have these turtles along with some of the other turtles I do have, so you can see how they stand out from the other turtles. Obviously, these right here are the original ones. They're going to stand out no matter what. These are the funky looking ones that we all grew up with. If you grew up with Ninja Turtles like I did. So I wanted to throw these in here because it's always, I don't throw these in videos much, and I love looking at these figures sometimes. And then coming over here, you have the one from the original live action movie right here. These are awesome. They have these in quarter scale also. I love the quarter scale ones. I gotta finish the quarter scale. I only have 2 of the 4, so I gotta finish that and grab Shredder at the same time. But these are awesome right here. As you can see, these are from NECA, and then the other 3 are from NECA too. Coming around here is the NECA cartoon turtles, and this is another thing I grew up with, kind of just the original cartoons that you kind of see not in the first couple episodes because they had the line going down the nose in the first couple episodes. But this is more when the animation kind of went downhill a little bit and became a little more kiddie. Still loved it because I love turtles. These are also cool to have. They have that cool nunchuck little effect right there for Michelangelo. And then coming around are the Jim Lawson ones, we're doing a review on. And you can see how these stand out. The artistic style of them stand out. Those just like the panel lines, the details on the shell, the way it's just like penciled in, stands out so damn beautifully. Like I said, and not many like minor issues with it. Like I said, I just wish I had at least 2 more head sculpts, a few more accessories. But man, messing around with them and the articulation, which the articulation at the ankles was a little bit better. But messing around with them, they do feel bulkier, they do feel sturdier, and the joints do feel smoother compared to some of the other NECA turtles. And this is just an awesome addition. Yes, it's not the one I originally wanted. I wanted the original Mirage because I missed out on the other ones. I know I can get the bootleg ones on eBay. A lot of collectors just went that route because they're close enough. I may have to go that route because I was hoping that NECA was going to give us those again. I'm still hoping for that, but I'm wait a little bit longer. If not, I'll get the bootleg ones. But the other ones for the review today, those are awesome because they do stand out. When I first saw it, I was disappointed. I was like, that's not what I really wanted. And then when I saw the pictures, I was like, they look kind of bulky. I don't like the way they look. But having them in hand, man, they feel awesome. They definitely feel something different. And I'm happy that NECA's doing that. And I hope NECA kind of jumps down that line a little bit more. I know they're going kind of diving into the Mirage line a little bit more now, which are awesome. And have somewhat like something almost identical, kind of like paint and application design on those figures too. So those are definitely awesome. I'm loving those so far. Cartoon one is definitely the main one I collect. The movie here and there. But man, these guys surprised me, man. And I'm happy. Once again, Adam Chang, thank you so much for getting these for me. Please check out Collecting Kingdom Worldwide. It's a cool group. If you collect small scale figures, and if you're on the hunt for some figures that you may have missed, you can actually win them in raffles there. And there's other collectors there that will actually trade or sell with you. So check them out. Definitely get these turtles if you were on the fence on these, like I kind of was. But now that I have them, so happy I got them. They're hard to find. They're still hard to find. But if you are able to find them, snatch them up, grab them. because they stand out in the collection. And to me, they help complete your turtle collection so you can have something of a little bit of something of every era. But anyways, collectors, I hope you enjoyed this review. If you did, please hit that like, subscribe button. Click that bell notification. And as always, collectors, keep collecting, stay safe, be good, dale. Turtle power.